Now, earlier on, we had rugby writer Wynona Louw in studio earlier, giving us her winning picks for this weekend's Currie Cup semi-final. Now, beside the rugby semis, all things are soccer this weekend. There's the CAF Champions League, there's the PSL, and of course the English Premier League as well. So with so much to choose from, let's go through our sporting picks with our own sporting guru, G-Man. Dude, let's start off first with the CAF Champions League final.
There's been a sense, I expected more hype around this. I think a lot of people may be feeling a little gun-shy. We've lost at the finish line so many times. Pirates the last local team to lift the Champions League trophy. And of course, Sundowns have tasted this before going down to Al Ahly back in 2001. So we know that the team has tasted this level of pressure. Please, can they convert on home soil? But they really do have every opportunity in their favour. Zamalek, yes, an incredibly strong side. But I have a feeling Sundowns, having gone down to Wits, of course, in that MTN final 3-0, they will be licking their wounds and there will be a lot of fire in there. But if you can get down to Pretoria 3 o'clock tomorrow, go and support Downs. We want to see a South African team lift this trophy.
There's something about Sundowns that really gives me, you know, renewed faith in South African football when you look at them. And I don't know if it's because the strip looks very similar to Bafana Bafana. You can kind of see how the national team can transcend or at least take inspiration from that. But, you know, with them being at the helm right now, South African local football, and them representing us here at the CAF Champions League final, I've got confidence in that, bro.
I've got a lot of hope now, and a bit of a retro throwback there as well. And the team seems to be playing with that kind of magic as well. They are one of the big guns. They've spent so much money over the last decade, and now it's starting to convert in terms of their form, but we love it.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of big money being spent, of course, that was the transfer period of the English Premier League, and we've waited for about a week now where there was a lot of European qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, but now Barclays Premier League is back.
Back in action, of course, the old rivalry's back in action, and there are a couple of interesting fixtures, and we know the big one, the derby, happening on Monday. A lot of people focusing on that, but something flying under the radar. We've got Leicester and we've got Chelsea playing tomorrow at 12:30. A lot of pressure on Leicester after their incredible season last year. No one saw them coming. And of course, a lot of pressure on Chelsea now because they've had an unbelievable run. We're talking about only one loss out of their 11 matches, Leicester winning 9 of their last games as well. So two teams, albeit not at the top of the table at this stage, but showing a huge amount of form. And this is the kind of momentum you want to build early in the season. But what I love about this is the first time that the Italian managers, Antonio Conte and of course Claudio Ranieri, are going to meet.
Tell me this, I mean, with the incredible season that Leicester had last season, right? Do you think people are still taking them seriously, or are they kind of going like, okay, I mean, they haven't had the most amazing run of late, right? So are people kind of looking at the situation and saying, well, it was a kind of a spoof luck thing happening right now?
I don't think the flash in the pan title or that label will stick around for much longer. They will start to convert. They managed to create a culture of winning, which we speak about all the time, in a minuscule amount of time over last season. So I have a feeling they just need to fire off 1 or 2 more big scalps. And it's not about beating the minnows, it's about taking those big scalps like a Chelsea.
And then, of course, we've also got Arsenal, Swansea, Manchester City, Everton and Crystal Palace and West Ham United taking place this weekend. But what about locally?
Of course, the big one from your perspective, of course, Cape Town will be up against Ajax Cape Town, up against Kaizer Chiefs. They've had a phenomenal start to their season, 3 wins from 5 games now. They are title contenders. I put Chiefs and Wits as my 2 strongest teams going into this.
Seriously, bro?
Yeah, man.
Don't give me hope like that, bro.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it out there. But like we've seen with Sundowns, there is a throwback to a culture of old. There is a very strong footballing culture within the big guns at the moment that we haven't seen in years. A lot of money being spent on the big guns. And Kaizer Chiefs, I have a feeling about them this season, dude.
Yeah, well, let's hope that the Amakosi come off good this coming weekend. Of course, other games to look forward to as well include Polokwane City taking on Paga and then Platinum Stars taking on Bloemfontein Celtic. Well, that is what you can expect over the weekend. We'll bring you all of the results
soak it up.
on Monday.
Soak it up,
it's going to be great. All right. Well, there's still lots coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning.